My name is KALONA and I am a Christian musician spreading the gospel and the words and lyrics that God has placed on my heart. This Kickstarter is for my new album. I recently was contacted by Grammy award-winning producer Corley, and he is going to produce this album for me. And so I will be flying out to Nashville, and so I've been spending a lot of time writing new songs, new material for this album, and it's basically just another way to really get my music out there. My favorite part of just being an artist in general would be performing. I still get scared to perform live, and I've done a lot of shows. It's scary to get up in front of people, and you know, my songs kind of reflect my heart and my thought process and everything like that. And so it is scary to get up in front of people and kind of be vulnerable and kind of just put that out there for them. But it's always my favorite part because of the stories that I hear from people about how the music has affected them, and just being able to stand on stage and sing a song and look out at the audience and really see like, okay, that's affecting somebody, that's really touching somebody in a deep way is really awesome. We released my first EP a couple years ago, and that's been great, and we've released radio singles since then, but the listeners really want another physical CD that they can listen to, and so that's kind of the goal with this, is just to get that into the listeners' hands.
I have lived here since the day that I was born. They were building it when I was born, and so I think we moved in a couple months afterwards. I mean, this is a great place out here because it's so quiet, and really, I mean, for me as a songwriter, I love being out here where it's quiet and you can just hear nature going on and really have a chance to think. But also it's beautiful out here, so there's a lot of inspiration.
I was asked once what I thought about KALONA pursuing music, and I feel like if this is where God's leading her, I'm all for it. Even if things don't progress into the music industry, I really feel like her lyrics have touched people. We've heard a lot of really good stories from her songs. People come up to her after concerts and they're in tears. Her lyrics really touch them, and I think that's pretty much why KALONA is pursuing the music industry, is because she wants to get that message out that everybody has bad days, and a lot of us look in the mirror in the morning and don't like what we see, and she's got positive message about that, and just really proud of her for that.
Well, I think KALONA has a very good track record. I mean, I haven't found a song that she hasn't written and sung that I don't like. She has a very good rapport with her audience, and that's grown over the past 3 years that I've known her, as far as the public persona and how she relates to her audience. But I think people find her very relatable, something they may be struggling with in life, that sort of thing, looking for maybe a closer relationship with Jesus. Her songs reflect all of that.
Describing her music, it comes down to something that's very real. In 30 years of doing what I've done, I've never seen a teenager come out and write stuff that just seems so extremely genuine. And when I watch her perform with other young people around, it just opens into hearts.
KALONA is one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life. I think she is just so kind-hearted that she will do anything and everything for someone else.
When I first saw KALONA and heard her music, I was blown away by it, by her passion behind the lyrical content. A lot of times I'll look at the lyrical content before I listen to the music to understand what the heart of the music is, and you could tell that there was some depth to it, not just writing it just to get a song out there, but it really had heart to it.
A typical day would consist of writing songs, working on music, whether that, right now I'm working on the songs for the new album. I'm obviously not always working on songs for a new album, but whether it be, new radio singles or even just enjoying music. I don't always sit down and write songs just for the purpose of getting on stage and performing them, but just writing them, you know, just because it's fun to play music. So I spend a lot of my days doing that. I am working, doing some college and things like that, and so kind of a typical college age person's day is kind of what I do.
So everything has to be done, like you have to know exactly what songs that you're recording for the album, and you have to have like them perfect.
Yeah,
They have to be completely done. Like even when I went to Kansas City to record vocals.
I love doing music, but outside of music, I really love hanging out with my friends, spending time with my friends, doing the normal college student thing, just having fun with them, and you know, just the fellowship that we have when we hang out and pray together and just have a lot of really good fun. But I also love to just be goofy and hang out with my family. My little brother is my best friend, so I spend a lot of time with him, whether that is, you know, he likes to play music with me. He's done a couple concerts with me, so we have a lot of fun doing music together. You know, sometimes I'll just pick him up from school and, you know, just hang out with him for a little bit. So we have a lot of fun just hanging out. I really just love spending time with my family and having fun with my friends.
He was trying to get on my nerves, and he told me that he'd just keep writing it on there for 3:15 that he'd do it. And he kept on writing that it'd be like in February.
Her music is very deep on a lyrical side of things, but yet the musical and the technicality of it is so simple. You know, I think that makes that you're not lost in the actual music, you're lost in the lyrics themselves, and I think that that's really deep and important.
5 years down the line, where do you see her?
Well, I'm hoping that she'll give me a backstage pass to a concert. I think she's going to be, you know, seen by thousands at a time. You know, right now the audiences have been more intimate, you know, smaller crowds. But I'm seeing her on stage like any, you know, well-known performer, better known among contemporary Christian musicians than she is now.
I see her continuing to pursue music, whatever that means. I'm going to let God take that.
In 5 years, I can see KALONA doing two things. One, recording her own stuff, and then also writing and passing things along to others, because it's just a very unique style. And I really believe, you know, if she doesn't record it herself, she'll turn around and find the right person to bring her lyrics to life in music. So in 5 years, I could see her on the road, just sharing with all age groups some great music.
Why do you think people should donate to this concert?
Well, you know, I think the message that I've heard from the things that I've heard from people about how the music has affected them, for me, that makes it worth continuing to do music, and I hope that kind of maybe inspires people to give to this Kickstarter, because it is making a difference, and it's not really anything that I'm doing, but it's the words that God is giving me.
She just is that type of person that deserves that support, and I think that by really starting in this process now, they'll see where she could be accepting a Dove Award in the future and things like that, and so by promoting her now will only make things happen for her in the future.
Independent funding like this will allow her to bring out music that she wants to record, not just what a producer will say is viable, but you know, she can get on and have control and come out with a project that is her, not somebody manufacturing her, but allows the independents to say, you know, this is what I want, this is the direction I want to go. So, you know, getting on board with her Kickstarter program is crucial for that freedom to allow her to make music that is KALONA.
You know, I don't know where I will be in 5 years. I'm leaving that up to God, where He would have me. You know, I really hope that I'm doing music, and I hope that I'm doing it on a bigger scale and reaching a bigger audience. But whether that's God's plan, I'm not sure. but I'm ready to see what he has in store for the future, and I will continue to do what he's calling me to do, whether that's performing for a bigger audience or whether that's an audience the same size as it is now. Just continuing to do what he's called me to do, no matter what capacity that's in.